Hey everybody, let's see how this goes today. Looks like the video might be out of sync with the audio, so let me see if I can get it to work. I'm going to go ahead and move the laptop over here. So I'm still playing around with streaming. I'm trying to get things set up. If this doesn't work, I'm probably going to try to set up my old laptop and see if I can get it to work from there. So first thing I'm going to do is check to see if it's even working. So give me 1 second. I'm going to go ahead and move the laptop over here. So I'm still playing around with streaming. I'm trying to get things set up. If this doesn't work, I'm probably going to try to set up my old laptop. Okay, so it does look like the stream is working. It's a little choppy, but not as bad as it was the last time I tried to do a stream. So welcome to the Toy Talk. Just sort of like a news and discussion type thing. Something new I'm starting for the channel. I did one last week, so welcome. So the format is pretty much, I just kind of go through what I've been buying recently and kind of what I'm looking for next for my collection. I'll go over some toy news and rumors and then get into some topics. Topics this week is Forgotten Toy Line, Cops and Crooks. So I want to talk about that. How does Voltron compare to Power Rangers? We're talking about Ninja Turtles versus Masters of the Universe. Who did it better? The worst toy ever. Is it Slinky or is it Pet Rock? I would say yeah. And I'm going to give my thoughts on and dollar store toys. So let's start off with what have I got recently. I haven't reviews yet. Toy reviews this week, but I've been buying some random action figures. I got a bunch of ninjas. I don't know what toy line they're from, so I do have to do some research and figure out what they are. And I got a couple of, I want to say Captain Power, but I'm not sure if they are. But I want to look those up and do some research before I talk about them. Branching out into unfamiliar territory for me. Toy lines I have no prior knowledge of or previous history with. Been trying to, explore other toy lines is what I've been kind of doing lately. As far as what I'm looking for next, I'm still trying to complete my Morphin Power Rangers Zords collection. I still need to get the Carrier Zord and Titanus. I still need those two Zords. I still need a few others. Those are on the list to get. So toy news. I have to go through and see if anything. So we're starting with International. Looks like they've got some new G.I. Joe Classified series toys coming out. Mexico Toy Fair 24. TV. I don't know what that is. A bunch of anime shit. Not seeing anything on this website that's worth mentioning. Masters of the Universe, Turtles of Graceful Mossman action figure. That looks interesting. Alright, nothing on this website. So Toy Cats. Marvel Legends X-Men 97 Wave 2 orders live. Okay. Looks like some more characters from the series. Magneto, Nightcrawler, Jean Grey, Goblin Queen, and Executioner. Interesting. DC Retro Superpowers, Brainiac Vehicles, Booby Vehicle. Star Wars Return of the Jedi, Han Solo figure please. Popeye Classics Wave 3 by Boss Fight Studio. That looks interesting. Popeye toys are kind of cool. DC Multiverse, The Rifle, and Battle Target exclusives. Don't care for that. Godzilla -1 minus color limited exclusive. Alright, nothing really worth a shit on the site. Thefoosh.com. Looks like they just got some reviews. I've seen news on their site. Mattel Turtles of Graceful Design Q&A for their audience, so check out if you're interested. Action Figure Insider. Some cartoons come to Warner Brothers Games and DC launched Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League video game. I have no interest in that. That's not toys. But Another Hot Wheels cartoon on Netflix. Has revealed their HasLab project, Transformers Omega. This looks like the 2001 Robots in Disguise, Optimus Prime and Ultra Magnus combined together to form Omega. This is pretty cool. So that actually looks interesting. Nothing going on there. Toy World. Nothing on their website. Cybertron.com. New Energon Universe comics. Energon Universe comics and blah. I don't see any real news on their website. It's an exclusive site. Toy Arcs is talking about collectibles Street Fighter 6 Ryu. And the King has to do unlimited match K-figure. Don't know who that is. But I like viewing anime figures on this website. I have no interest in any of this. Little Owl. I'm not seeing a lot of news that's really worth like getting excited about. Paragon FX Group presents Jurassic Park Cryogenics Hamster Replica. That looks interesting. The Simpsons Ultimates Wave 4. So it looks like we're getting some more Simpsons. I don't really see anything. Facebook, Twitter real quick. And see if there's anything in my Toy People list. See if anyone's tweeting with interesting. Like Joe Classified figures. I'm not interested in G.I. Joe Classified. Dungeons and Dragons celebrates 50 years in 2024. That's cool. I'll retweet that real quick. Excited for D&D turning 50. I'm not seeing anything newsworthy on Twitter. So that's pretty much it for news and rumors, I guess. Not a lot going on. No. So let's go ahead and get into the topics. I'm going to start off with my forgotten toy line for this week. We're talking about Cops and Crooks. So I forgot about Cops and Crooks. I didn't even have any memory of this toy line until I was watching a YouTube video where a YouTube collector was showing off his toys from his collection, and I was like, what the fuck is this? It looked like an interesting toy line that's kind of like RoboCop in a way. You have superhero police officers fighting supervillain criminals, I guess, bank robbers and such. And it's just called Cops and Crooks. And I just don't remember this toy line. But now that it's coming back to me, I'm like, I definitely remember watching the cartoon, but just barely. So I don't know if it was one that wasn't on for very long, or if I just didn't watch it for very long for whatever reason. Because the 80s were like a hurricane of cartoons and toy commercials. So like so much of this shit just came and went, and none of it stuck in our brains. Is, do you remember Cops and Crooks? And if so, do you own any? I think they look like them as a kid. So that's the like this week. Not a lot else about it. Just that you might have to do some research on YouTube or Google to find out more about it. I'm pretty sure Toy Galaxy or Secret Galaxy probably has a video on it somewhere down the road. So I've been collecting Mighty Morphin Power Rangers for a while. I have most of the Zords. I still need a couple of Zords from the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, and then a few Zords from like some of the post-Mighty Morphin era. But there's one Power Rangers toy line that's not Power Rangers that I always wanted as a kid, that I had like limited exposure to, and this is Voltron Lion Force. I know nothing about the other Voltrons. I only know about Lion Force because that's the cartoon I watched. I had a Lion Voltron action figure as a kid, but it was a Voltron action figure. It wasn't the Lions. They didn't separate. They didn't combine. They didn't come with weapons. It was a figure. It was like, I don't know, maybe 5 inch or so, just like action figure Voltron, and I hated it because I was like, no, I want the Lions. I want to make the big robot because that's fucking cool. I had one for all the fucking toys. He had all the GoBots, all the Ninja Turtles, all the Transformers. He had all the Voltrons. He had fucking everything. If you could name it, you saw a toy commercial, he had it. And so he had the complete Voltron set. So I didn't play with him as a kid. He let me play with his lions. I had the yellow lion. I remember buying the yellow lion at Goodwill once when I was like, I don't know, 7 or 8 maybe. But I never did get to complete the set. Now, when I look at eBay, these toys are hella expensive. They want almost like $50-$60 per lion. Which is outrageous. I can't afford that. So I may try to acquire a Voltron Lion Force set at some point, but I don't know if it's going to be anytime soon. But let's go ahead and talk about the who did it better, Voltron versus Power Rangers. So Voltron had the 5 lions, and to the best of my knowledge, they also had some alien monster action figures that your Voltrons would have fought. And they also sold action figures of the individual pilots. Now, I don't know if the pilot action figures, I don't know if they scale with the Voltron Lions or not. So I don't know if it's like Diaclone, where they've got minifigures that ride the Lions on the all. I just don't know. And I'm not able to look anything up on it. I just haven't done much. There's a lot of shit on Voltron. It's so complicated. It's really hard to get like information that makes sense. For some reason, because Voltron is so complicated, I guess. So I don't like look at it. There's no way editing it up. So it's one of those things that it's like I'm curious about, but it's like I don't know if I want to take the time to do the research. Now, Power Rangers was also a Zords heavy toy line, but it did also have action figures that were not in scale with the Zords, and they could not ride the Zords. But also, they sold monsters that were in scale with the action figures, the Rangers themselves, but they did not sell monsters that were in scale with the Megazord when combined, which I think is really weird. Why would they sell a monster that's like in the 5.5-inch scale? When you know in the TV series, monsters are gigantic and have to fight the Megazord. So I just don't know. I think, and I don't know if this is a who did it better, but I think Power Rangers was by far more popular than Voltron, because Power Rangers toys are more accessible, they're easier to find, they're not as expensive, so they are easier to obtain. And I don't have any like accurate, solid memories of Voltron action figures, or haven't touched them recently, to be able to compare quality of the Lions to the Zords. I can say the quality of the Zords does decline as the toy lines go. I can say that, because why not collecting Zords from later toy lines, because they're just not as good of toys. I don't remember Voltron. I don't remember the story. I don't know what is what. I don't know why they're driving robot lions. I don't know what the space mutants are, who the bad guys are, what the bullies, who the good guys are. I don't remember. I actually was like 3 or 4 years old and then lost interest because I discovered Transformers. So I don't know enough about Voltron to comment on if the story makes more sense than Power Rangers. If Power Rangers as a story doesn't make sense because you're a evil mutant space witch from the Dark Dimension, Rita Repulsa, and you have this army of monsters that could easily take over the entire universe in a span of like a day. But you're gonna send them one at a time down to Earth to fight these teenagers. And it's like, why don't you just send like 30 of them? I never understood that. I know that like that's the format, whatever. But it's just like fucking shit. So I assume Voltron is like the same thing more or less. I don't know the program, I assume it is. So it's another one where I would be like, what the fuck? Why don't you just send like 12 of your best monsters and like overpower them? I guess I don't know. Maybe they address this in the cartoon story. I don't know. That's enough to talk about Power Rangers and Voltron. I think Power Rangers is the better property, so I'm going to go ahead and declare that. Next up, we have 2 toy lines that are very similar. Almost the same toy line if you just look at them. You have Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and Masters of the Universe. Now, there are differences in the designs of the toys, or the build of the toys. MOTU has like a rubber band connecting legs, and Ninja Turtles has like a ball socket connecting legs. But like they're the same scale. They're very similar in aesthetic, like they're mutants. So like they're humanoid monsters with like insect or reptilian or animalistic features. Some humans, but they're usually like rough and really weird looking. So like you have Masters of the Universe, toy line, comic book, cartoon, and a couple of video games on the era consoles. And the same with Ninja Turtles. Masters of the Universe live action movie. Ninja Turtles has a bunch of live action movies. I think it's safe to say Ninja Turtles is the more popular toy line property. I think it's all better and still on today. Whereas Masters of the Universe is kind of, gone away and come back and gone away and come back. Ninja Turtles has been pretty consistent for the most part. There have been a couple of nothing like the last year. Yeah, a whole decade. The entire 90s there's no Masters of the Universe. But there's shit ton of Ninja Turtles games. I have about, I would say about 15 or so thereabouts authentic original vintage Masters of the Universe toys, and a handful of like 5 or 6 modern era toys, toy designs of the same characters. I got a shit ton of Ninja Turtles, mostly vintage Ninja Turtles. I've got some Rise of Ninja Turtles. I don't have any of the 2003 Ninja Turtles, but I would like to get some on the list. And I'm on the fence about Super 7 stuff, but anyway, there's some really cool Ninja Turtles out there. I have one Masterverse action figure. It's Beast Man. It's a damn good toy. It's a damn good toy. I do not have any to compare the two lines in regards, but I will say from what I've seen, the Ultimates look pretty good, but the Masters of the Universe toys are good. The vintage Masters of the Universe toys, I'm going to be honest, they suck compared to the vintage TMNT toys. For one, if that rubber band breaks, you're fucked. You tuck it back on, and that's it. There's no more done. There's no repairing the toy. It's just done. If a Ninja Turtle leg breaks off, you just snap it on. It's on life. Ninja Turtle toys are harder to break and easier to fix if you do harder to break them. Now, I don't remember the Filmation He-Man cartoon at all, like literally nothing at all. And I only have very, very fuzzy, I'm sure incorrect and accurate memories of the TMNT cartoon. So I can't comment on which one is better. I can say this. He-Man lasted all of 2 seasons and it was replaced by a couple of, like, I don't know, offshoots, I guess, and then it went away for a while. Ninja Turtles kept going, and then the cartoon did end. It was almost immediately replaced with the cartoon. And that's been going on ever since. So just the fact that the TMNT cartoon got 10 whole seasons, and He-Man barely got 2 seasons. I'm going to go ahead and estimate, most likely, the Ninja Turtle cartoon is probably better than the He-Man cartoon. The toys are definitely better. As far as, like, action figures go, TMNT all day long. Vehicles and play sets, Masters of the Universe, their vehicles suck. There's not one Masters of the Universe vehicle shit. They got a couple of cool play sets. Those play sets. Snake Mountain and Castle Racer. Those are pretty fucking cool. Ninja Turtles, on the other hand, has a shit ton of awesome vehicles. I own several. They're great. They've got the own, and they've got the Sewer Lair. 2 of the best play sets in toy history. Now, I am partially biased when it comes to Techno over Castle Grayskull, because I had a Techno as a kid. I did not have Castle Grayskull as a kid. And spoilers, I guess, or whatever. I didn't have any friends that had Castle Grayskull. I never saw it as a kid. I could easily convince that toy never did exist, because I've never seen one in my life. So it might just be something, some 3D printed on a fucking computer Photoshop or YouTube wrong. I've never seen it in real life, so I can't verify it's real. I own it. I can say with absolute certainty that's a real toy. Now, Castle Grayskull, most likely real. I don't see reasons to believe it's fake. Like, I've never seen it in real life, so I could be convinced it never happened. I'm not convinced it happened. I own one. I also own the Sewer Lair. And I own the Rise of TMNT Turtle Van. Fucking awesome turtle van, by the way. Live action movies. If I'm gonna get controversial, this will be off. Even though there are more live action Ninja Turtles than there are live action He-Mans, that Masters of the Universe movie is better than all the Ninja Turtles combined. I'll say it. It's even better than the 1990 TMNT New Line Cinema movie. Hey, I said it. I enjoy it. I can rewatch Masters of the Universe. I cannot rewatch Ninja Turtles. That's very specific, nostalgic. And I don't get in that mood very often because watching that movie kind of makes me sad. And the Masters of the Universe movie doesn't. And I don't know why. I don't know, it shouldn't be sad. It's not a sad movie, but it just doesn't. I watch it, it's sad. I don't want to watch it. Serious, rubbish. Turtle Time, rubbish. All the other ones, I'm going to fucking waste my time. Not even fucking time. So, video games. For a party game, the He-Man video game is not bad. You know, compared to other games at the time. The Ninja Turtle video games, for the most part, are actually pretty fucking good, I would say. Really good. So, overall, I think I like the mythology of He-Man better than Ninja Turtles. I just think Ninja Turtles is a better toy line. It's a better video game line. It has more movies, but they're not better movies. But it has more movies, I guess. And I'm not saying that the Ninja Turtle movie sucks. I'm just saying I like the Masters of the Universe movie better. You know, if the Ninja Turtle movie is like a 3 out of 5, the Masters of the Universe movie is a 3.5 out of 5, is all I'm saying. Neither one's great. Neither one sucks. I just prefer the He-Man, just a little bit better. Now, I guess I don't really have anything to say about that. So let's move on to the worst toy ever. At first I was going to say Slinky because of fucking spring. But then I realized there's a thing called Pet Rock. And at first I thought it was a fucking joke. Like, I thought my mom was trolling me when she said she had a Pet Rock as a kid. I was like, yeah, okay, Mom, whatever. But then, like, I found out it's a real fucking thing. And I was like, Jesus fucking Christ. They smoked a lot of pot in the 70s, apparently. And must have been, the kids must, what the fuck is a Pet Rock? It's, I don't know, a rock, I guess. You buy it from the dollar store, you take it home, you give it a name, and I don't know, I bake it. I don't fucking know. What the fuck do you do with Pet Rock? I remember I go watch Rock Wars. But those, like, kind of action figures transform into robots. And become buttons. So, like, as lame as they are, as far as action figures go, they're not as lame as fucking walking outside, grabbing a rock, bringing it in the house, and naming it Susan. Like, Jesus fucking Christ, give me a goddamn break. Kids in the 70s literally had no fucking life. And I'm sorry if you were alive in the 70s. I really am sorry. Your child sucked. And I'm really sorry you actually died, but you know what it is. Then there's the fucking Slinky. I get pissed off all over again. It's like a goddamn spring that you try to fucking dry in your backyard in your fucking laundry room. It's like, here, play with this. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? This is a fucking toy? Like, Jesus fucking Christ. I don't know. I mean, I know life sucked when video games. I was there when video games were new. You know, when they were like the new thing and they were just taking the world by storm. So I know video games were like awesome. And life before video games was unawesome. But like, I don't know kids in the 70s. Would you consider SH figure arts toys? I heard of one piece. I'm not going to have or manga, whatever it's called. Zero interest. So if it's anime, I'm interested. SH figure arts, I don't know what those are. I've never heard of that. I've seen like pictures of them on Twitter from time to time, but like I don't know what they are, so I don't answer that because I don't know that. And the greatest pirate anything I've made is actually the greatest chest. So you should probably watch that. Second best is the Goonies, but you know that's only kind of tangentially related to pirates. So anyways, back to what the fuck is a slinky? I don't know. Somebody just ripped a piece of fucking metal out of the back of the drive and handed it to a kid and said, "Play with this." And the kid was like, "Oh, cool! I'm gonna sing a song." Jesus fucking Christ! I would tell myself I live in the 70s or 60s. I get a rock. Jesus fucking Christ! The only thing you ever do with a rock is you throw it at your boys. That's it. That's what it. But because you could go outside and get rocks for fucking free, and you could literally like pick up a piece of metal out of the junkyard for fucking free. I'm gonna say both ways equally suck. Like who the fuck is the spring? Who the fuck is the rock? I don't fucking know. I don't fucking know. Now, as a joke, for our project, when I was in high school, I created that rock. As an art project, I took a rock that I found outside and painted it. I painted a face on it and told the teacher, "This is my rock." As a fucking joke, and she gave me an A, because she our teachers are weird. So I was like, alright, I'll take the A, I guess. I'll just give you the X. Alright, last topic of the week. My thoughts on knockoff and dollar store toys. You know, I'm gonna surprise a lot of people. I'm gonna say, I love dollar store toys. They're fucking awesome. And I love knockoff toys. When I was a kid, that's what I played with. You know, I had G.I. Joe. No, I had Army Hero Mega Man, or whatever it's called. I had fucking G.I. Joe when I was a kid. I love knockoff toys. Especially knockoff ninjas and knockoff Ninja Turtles. They're fucking awesome. I actually go to the dollar store to look for like just off-brand toys. I think they're fucking cool. I have a box of nothing but off-brand toys. I love about the off-brand like robot toys especially is they're not burdened by copyrights because they don't give a shit. So you can get like, you know, a Spider-Man action figure that transforms into a fucking DeLorean and they don't give a shit. And I think that's fucking hilarious. Also, I'll say this, the dollar store dinosaur toys are a hell of a lot better than the actual expensive dinosaur fucking things you get at like Hobby Lobby and shit. I would rather buy a bag of fucking 30 dinosaurs for $1 for $5 than spend $8 a piece for a dinosaur figure at Hobby Lobby. Excuse me. No sad. So as far as I'm concerned, dollar store toys are awesome. I actually love knockoff toys. Now, I will not buy a knockoff of an action figure in place of a real action figure. So like, I'm gonna buy, I don't know, a He-Man or whatever. I'm gonna buy an authentic He-Man first. But then if I see like a knockoff Brazilian He-Man, you know, with like green skin and yellow eyes, fuck yeah. Now, I do not like knockoff Barbie dolls. I am very particular about my Barbie dolls. They have to be made by Mattel. And I buy my store Barbie dolls. If I can get it for less money, as well. Transformers are hit or miss. Most dollar stores have a specific toy line made for them called Transformers Authentics. And they go out and make called Authentics so you know the real Transformers. They're not bad toys. I don't know what it is. They're not great. But in the grand scheme of things, if you look at the entirety of Transformers toy lines over the entire history of the toy line, they're not bad toys. They're actually worse toys in the mainline toy line than some of the dollar store Transformers. And I know a lot of assholes like to call GoBots Kmart Transformers. I actually need to say that. First, GoBots came out first. And second, before they went out of business, before you know, the joke Kmart became a joke, back in the 80s, Kmart was the store. Walmart didn't exist back then. It did. Like, we didn't shop at Walmart. Walmart was like a store in the big towns. Kmart was in the small towns. So if you lived in a small town, Kmart, you didn't have Walmart. The reason Kmart went out of business is Walmart crossed the territory and put them out of business. But for the longest time, Kmart built their stores in smaller towns and Walmart built bigger towns. And Kmart's pretty fucking good toy stores. I worked at a Kmart. They were pretty fucking good stores. I love the clothing line. They had good gun center. They had a good electronics back in the day. You know, they were fucking all that stuff. So I don't understand why people use Kmart as one. Like, I think the Kmart Transformers. They sold the Transformers at Kmart. What the fuck? Back then, almost all the Transformers I bought at Kmart. So I don't understand this like weird kind of hang up on people like Kmart. I understand why business people were like, yeah, they laugh at coffee. Kmart went out of business. But like nobody does that with Blockbuster Video, even though they went out of business for a dumber reason than Kmart. They actually can't find Netflix and laughed it off. And Netflix was sitting back like, okay, dumbass. So I don't know what there. That's all I have for today. You know, so thanks for watching, and that's it.